Big up Spurs fans near and far with your boy Digi Spurs and your boy Sean BRTV. We are back. We had to hibernate after the dusty performance from our club on Monday, but it's not as bad as what people think. It's not as bad as what people think. Sean, the day after tomorrow, I know you've seen the movie. Have you recovered? Because it took me a couple of days just to recover, mate.
Yeah, do you know what? I've come to, when you get to my age, it's a case of never too high, never too low.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you break it down, that's a game that we should have been winning 99 times out of 100. And we didn't. And, there's a whole number of reasons: rustiness, some players not playing with each other, poor substitute decisions, whatever, you name it, and then a bit of head loss as well.
Yeah.
But, that's Tottenham, and we know it down the years. But I got over it quite quickly. To be fair.
Yeah. Fair play, and big up to everyone that's locked on. We are doing a quick stream so we can avoid all the cronies in the chat. Now, just kidding. My own reflection, I did a watch along for the game, and for me, there was a lot of positives and that I took from it. Actually, I was surprisingly a bit more upbeat than usual. A number of things. I thought Solanke looked good. I know he didn't score. This idea you've got to score in your debut, I've never believed in that. Anyone that's kicked ball knows how difficult it is, especially in a new club. But given what we've seen over the years in Vinicius and the Janssens and the Soldados and the Llorentes, even with Richarlison, dare I say it, Solanke showed enough oomph, enough je ne sais quoi for me to think he's going to be good. Looks like Madders was back. He had been pretty dusty throughout the pre-season. I watched an interview of Madders this morning. He said, look, pre-season's pre-season. When the gun goes at the start line, Premier League season starts, that's when I do my thing. And rightly so, he did his thing. Apart from Romero's mistake, we were really very much in control. And I had to remind the kind of rival fans that want to troll us. This is exactly what we did last season, no? Last season, we got a 2-2 draw against Brentford, and then we went on that run, top of the league. For you, Sean, were there anything, what stood out in a positive way, maybe negative, I don't know. What stood out more for you from that game that, we can hold on to? Because I know you're like me, I think you saw the positives more than the negatives.
Yeah, I mean, what was good was the sort of, like, particularly in the first half, was the was the sort of attacking patterns of play. What I felt was that, and if you look at the numbers of times we were in their box, it's unbelievable. Touches in the box was like off the scale. So it was like just taking that one extra touch, and it rather than being a bit spontaneous, rather than dispatching that pass quicker. Solanke would have probably scored. He was waiting there really for the ball to be put on a plate for him on many occasions. I think sometimes we were looking. It looked like remember those days, under Wenger when them lot used to want to go and score the perfect goal. Yeah, it didn't count unless they had 45 passes or whatever. There was elements of that about our play on Monday night. It's like we wanted to, just.
Son didn't have a shot on goal. I don't remember him having a shot on goal the whole game.
No, and when the best opportunity for him came in the second half, where he to be fair, he was invisible in the second half, I thought. But he took a touch when it just needed a first time bang. Yeah, and you just thought, just hit the bloody thing, it does seem a bit strange that we're a bit reluctant to take shots from the edge of the box. Now, I understand that if it was a Basuma, because Leicester City would be being charged £100 for every football that they lose out of the stadium. but every other player should be able to get a shot on target from the edge of the box.
Yeah. No, for real. No, I totally agree. I saw enough. And even though you said something at the beginning when we talked, and I just for me, there was a couple of confirmations for me. And I really hope Postecoglou sorts this out, because I believe in Postecoglou. I believe in the project. I believe in what he's done with our club. And in the main, I actually like our squad. I've come out to say I think our squad is better than Arsenal's squad in terms of bench. But it's not better if you're going to be playing Timo Werner. And for me, Sean, on reflection, we talked about the starting lineup. And I genuinely think Kulusevski should have played out on the right. I know hindsight is such a wonderful gift and all that. But Brennan Johnson, I'm not going to lie to you, he's borderline dustier than Tutankhamun. So for me, I would like to see, and I agree with Ghost 88 in the chat. He says he wants to see Odegaard start tomorrow. We know from training, from some of the footage, that Odegaard has been playing on the right in the training ground, that Hotspur away. I'm hoping. What are you hoping for us to see tomorrow? I think the only positive I would say is that Everton, and I'm not trying to jinx it for us, but they are our whipping boys. In terms of slapping up a team, I think we've probably had more wins against Everton than any other Premier League team. So, and when Everton see Spurs come up, they already know they've lost points. They know, they're scared. They hate playing Spurs. They hate playing our club. But I still remember that dusty game at Goodison when they allowed Braithwaite to come in last minute and get that bloody equaliser. That really just pissed me off. What are you hoping for this game? Because I think with Everton were dusty. They got slapped up 3-0. I think they got the biggest defeat of the weekend. Mm-hmm. What are you expecting? Are you expecting anything from Everton? You know, how do you want us to see us shape up? This Rasmus in the chat has said Solanke might be injured. I don't believe that. I haven't seen anything about Solanke being injured. But hey, we'll see how that goes. I think he's totally fine. Apparently he is injured. Apparently, Solanke's a doubt. He's a doubt. Crikey. Who wants to give us this terrible news? What the hell? Anyway,
the reason that story's doing the rounds is that in the training videos yesterday from Hotspur way, Solanke was nowhere to be seen. So that's why there's a doubt over our big man. Yeah. What I'm hoping to see, to go back to answering your question and try and lift you up here a bit, lift you up, is that I'm looking for better wing play. Now, whether that means Odegaard is picked is another matter. And whether that means that we don't see Timo Werner, that's another matter as well. That's not in our hands. Yeah. That's in the hands of the coach. Now, he will have seen what was blatantly wrong. On the wing, things were just not good enough. And I'm not on the Brennan Johnson out yet. I thought there was elements of his play in the first half which were really good, but in the second half, as you say, he was Tutankhamun mess. It was terrible, But it was like, but I think I'm looking for better wing play and therefore creating more chances. Now, if Solanke's not available, it does mean they fired up Richarlison, possibly. And that's not the worst thing, because he does like to score against Everton.
He does, and he scored a banger last season as well. I mean, that goal on the edge of the box was Richarlison-esque. It was Ronaldinho-esque on the edge of the box. It was
Brazil number 9-esque.
You know what I'm saying? Where is that 9? We need that Richarlison back. That header, though, I have to say, at the end was dusty. I mean,
that to me suggested a player who's had very little pre-season, which he hasn't. He hasn't had any pre-season. Same as Solanke. Solanke only had 2 training sessions before the game on Monday. So let's not get it away. I'm more than happy. I mean, if you think things are bad at Tottenham, as you say, not only did Everton get slapped up 3-0 by Brighton, and it could have been 4. They've only got 14 players available, according to the news. They've only got 14 players. Braithwaite's not available.
Is he not?
Most of their defence is not available. They've got, Calvert-Lewin.
Ashley Young with the red card as well.
Yeah, so they're in. They've got no right backs, from what I understand. They're playing a kid. They're going to have to play a kid who's just out of diapers. So I think we'll be fine. You couldn't handpick a team to come to us more than ever. So
in terms of trying to lift the Spurs base, and I guess maybe part of the disappointment for Monday was that Leicester team was pretty depleted as well, or at least we were under the impression there was no striker, and I think someone needs to do some sort of follow-up FA investigation, because you're not allowed to lie if a player is not unavailable, and we were led to believe Vardy was not playing, and then all of a sudden he looked fresh as a fiddle against us, to be honest with you, on Monday. Look, I think I agree with you. They are rock bottom. They haven't really made any proper good, decent signings. We usually slap them up. They've got players missing. This is the opportunity for Spurs to get back on track. And we need the win, because after that, we've got Newcastle, we've got Arsenal, we've got somebody else, and then we've got bloody Manchester United. I mean, it doesn't get any tougher, but I would rather play Newcastle now, Arsenal now, all of these cronies now, so that we go on that run and put ourselves where we need to be. For me, tomorrow, what I would like to see, Sean, a big up to everyone locked in, locked on. Me and Sean, we are going to be in the building at the Tottenham Stadium. We're going to be chatting to people. We're going to be making noise. So catch us on ITV News, BBC News for all the chaos we're about to cause at the Lane tomorrow. For me, Sean, I'm expecting a 3-0 win. I want to touch on Romero briefly, and then I'll talk about the Everton game. Sorry, because I made a comment in the watch-along, and you might think I overreact, and that's perfectly fine. He says, Deji, why did you say Saliba's better than Romero? One game doesn't define him. The problem is, Ghost, is as much as I love Romero, I've always had this thing, this little thing niggling at me about him being a bit of a liability. And although last season was very much more improved in terms of his red card showings and yellow cards, there's always something saying, Romero can mess this up for us. And I'm convinced the reason why I'm having a go at Romero was because if that's Saliba, I don't think he sleeps on Vardy. I think even myself, we're all thinking, even though it's Vardy, he's 37, he's 30, I don't give a damn if Vardy is 78 years old. It is still Vardy. You got to know where he is. He had literally time and space to head that ball anywhere he would have liked. And for me, that was what I felt was unforgivable. And if you're a World Cup winner, World Cup winners, people who are worth their weight in gold, they have the spider sense to go, oh, where's the striker? I didn't see that from Romero at all for that goal. And that's why I was pretty pissed. And that's why I came out to say Saliba is better than Romero. I'm not shameless. I can be shameless, but I feel like Romero needs to step up. If you want to be a big game player, if you want to be respected, we're talking about Real Madrid coming in for this brother, then I need to see that Real Madrid. Gareth Bale didn't go to Madrid doing nonsense. Gareth Bale was the best player in the league. Luka Modric was the best player in the league. I need to see Romero as the best defender in the league, and I just haven't seen that. But Sean, do you think I'm unfair? Is it too early to be giving up on Romero in a way? For me, I pop deep down, because people talk about our high line, and yes, on the ball he's good in our system, but off the ball, I do think Romero is a bit suspect, and I do feel for Dragusin, because I actually will go as far as to say, if that's Dragusin on the pitch, I don't think they scored that goal based on what I saw of Dragusin in the Euros. But I don't know your thoughts.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there's no doubt about it. To me, I couldn't understand there was this debate about whether that goal was on Porro or on Romero. To me, it was definitely Romero. He goes past Vardy. Vardy doesn't even have. How a forward is supposed to shuffle about and try and put you off. Romero strolls past him, going towards little diddly Deco to even read. He's like about 5'6".
Yeah.
Where Papensa was already there.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what are you doing, brother? And you just let him there. And Porro had obviously gone to try and intercept the cross, the original cross, which came across. Went across the box. So I don't put the blame on Porro for that. But yeah, I mean, and of course, what happens is that it seems to there's a bit of a mentality issue, because once we conceded, it was like 15 minutes of like mayhem.
Yeah, it was.
And to be fair, Vardy should have won the game for them. And again, that was down the channel where Romero should be. And I just think, I'm hoping, I'm not, I love my boy, I love Coochie, I love, he's my assassin, you know what I mean? I love him.
Yeah.
But I just hope that was just a bit of, I'm still, getting up to speed after, the euphoria of the Copa America and then maybe being, not coming back later than everyone else, Because, even I didn't think that Van der Ven was, quite on it. Like there was a bit of a disconnect. So I'm just hoping that it was a one-off. But yeah, I'm not, I do think Saliba's a great player. But, you can't deny, I mean, the records speak for themselves. He's a great player, and he's probably slightly ahead of Romero, but
I think so.
I'm not swapping them.
I wouldn't swap him, but I just want. Yeah. I had to lay that to bed because I've been arguing. I was arguing before that Romero is better than Saliba, but after that, I was like, that's almost pretty much borderline unforgivable in my. And then Udogie struggling against Falafel. I mean, it was just pissing me off, to be honest. There were just some little battles there that I thought should have been easy battles for us. And Udogie, no pre-season. Yeah. No pre-season. You know what I mean? It's like you're going into the Premier League. It's not the toughest league. It's not the most exciting league for no reason. Yeah. It's because it is, every team can beat every team. No, 100%.
Bit of luck, a deflection, goalkeeper who has a worldie of a performance and keeps you out, whatever it is. And you need to be on it. And if you're slightly off, which some of our players were, then you get what you do. You get what we got on Monday night, which is a draw rather than a comprehensive win. And all the stats say we did enough to win 5 or 6 games. But one little switch off, a vital moment, and then control of the game goes away from you. And because even if you think about it, when the subs came on, Bentancur missing is going to be another bit of a pain in the back. Someone, to be honest, today. We wrestled control. The two kids, my boys, Lucas and Archie, wrestled control back on the game, and it was us who were threatening to score the second goal in the last 10, 15 minutes. So
I agree. No, look, I agree, and it was good to see Archie and Bergvall, and I think they're going to have prominent roles for our team. The one, I do like the way that the squad is shaping up, though. Options, the fact that you can bring on Richarlison, the fact that you can bring on these players. I have to say, as dusty as he's been for our club, I did think we missed Bissouma in that midfield as well. And I don't know, but we'll see on the weekend. I predicted a 3-0. People have got their eyes rolled at me because I predicted 3-0 against Leicester. But really and truly, this team is dustier than Tutankhamun. There's 4 dusty teams in the Prem for me, in my opinion. Chelsea, Man United, West Ham, and top of that list is Everton. Dusty teams. So I'm not expecting anything from Everton. If Everton was to do the unthinkable, Sean, because we will be together, what do we do? Do we mash up the bus or something? We stop these brothers from going back up north. What are we doing?
I'm not. I don't even want to countenance that. I just expect us to win, and I'll just take the 3 points, and that's fine. For
real. So, what is your prediction for the game? Hopefully,
I'm thinking 3-0.
Yeah.
Or 3-1. Clean sheet seems to elude us at the moment, but I'll be glad to see 3-1.
Yeah. So there you have it. Sean's going with 3-1, 3-0. I'm going with 3-0. And anything that you want to see on the weekend? Is there anyone in particular that you want to see? Are you on the Older Bear hype, or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's the one new arrival that I haven't seen. I've seen all the other. As I say, I was lucky enough to get to see Gray and Bergvall in Edinburgh. In the pre-season. So yeah, it's always good to be in the stadium and see the patterns of play let's hope that they're bouncing back. Obviously, I think Andy's just about to go into his press conference, so we'll get to know. We'll get to know what the bad news is. The rumours that are coming down the pipe. But we'll see. Hello, Afro.
Yeah, Afro. Yeah, big up, Afro. Big up to everyone locked on. We've got about 5 minutes left.
Dusty's edgy. That's terrible fun.
I mean, I get it all the time with the dustiness, and big up to everyone and their dusty comments. Thank you very much, Sean. We have to win though. I do think we have to win.
I mean, it seems bizarre. It seems bizarre. Second game of the season, we're saying it's a must win.
It's a must win.
It's all about momentum, because next week we go into a place where we've had some terrible results. Newcastle. Then there's an international break. Then we come back from the international break straight into the North London derby. Yeah. So we need 3 points today, definitely, and whatever we can get, anything from St James's Park next week.
Yeah, no, Sean, I agree. We need that momentum. I think, I did a show called The Blueprint. I expected Spurs to get 12 points. But normally when I'm expecting high numbers from our club, we're going to do the unthinkable. Sean, just quickly, before we wrap up, because the Arsenal cronies in the chat, they like to find out what we are thinking. And I just want to give a message to them, and I need it to be backed by you, because just so you know, I'm not the only Spurs fan who thinks what I think about your club, Arsenal. So they were asking me, so I thought you were going to finish third, Dej. I thought you have a better squad than Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. My response to Arsenal fans is, did I stutter? Yeah, I still think my club will finish in the top. Honestly, this is a joke. I still think my club will finish in the top 3. I still think we will finish, we have a better squad than Arsenal. And for me, I'm expecting us, Sean, the second game at our gap, to slap these cronies in their foreheads. I can't wait. Bring it on. Bring it on. We are anticipating that Arteta will be out of a job come December. You can clip this. You can stick it on your phone. You can stick it on your desktop. Just know, Tottenham Hotspur, we are coming. So the fact that we had this slow start to the season adds to the story that's about to unfold this season. But Sean, can these Arsenal cronies in the chat hear from you also? What are we going to do to our noisy neighbours? And that's probably the politest thing I can.
Do you know what? There's nothing better than a confident Gooner coming down to our place, all Jack the lad, and getting sent home with their tails between their legs. If they come down, if they even give a smidgen of that, they're going to get their backsides handed to them. Don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. They'll worry about beating Arsenal, especially at our place. They've had the rub of the green for the last 2 seasons, but we're back. The squad's been built, and the youth will rise to the occasions.
Yes, damn right. Big up to the Diddler. Big up to MT in the building. Big up to Mark Cousins, Jay Greens, everyone that's locked in, locked on. You've heard it here live and direct. Tottenham to get 3 points. Tottenham to get their season up and running, because I'm not going to lie, we haven't really got it up and running. That result.
We're still unbeaten, Disney. We're still unbeaten. We're still unbeaten.
People acting like we got slapped up, like we were Everton or something. But you know what? That just goes to show the high standards from our club. People talk about they don't expect anything from us, and then they're asking us questions when the unexpected happens. That means that's the sign of a big team. I think playing Newcastle now is the right time to play Newcastle, because I think we'll slap them up. And I think we will slap up Arsenal. Arsenal, we will know whether Arsenal's legit this weekend against Villa. I've got Villa, by the way, to win 2-1. And Arsenal fans shaking their bum because they beat a Wolves team that doesn't eat meat. How embarrassing. And on that note, Sean, I'll see you at the game tomorrow, I guess, my good friend.
Can't wait, mate. Can't wait. Come on, you Spurs.
So safe journey down to London. Have you got anything happening on you before you make your way down, or are we just gonna start streaming live from the Tottenham Stadium tomorrow?
I've nothing planned. No, I'm just looking forward to another day in the company of Ange and the boys.
That's it. Well, good luck to all the other pronies. For all the other rival fans in the chat, we're actually going to be nice. We're going to be nice and say good luck to your clubs. As for our club, we don't need any luck. Everton are our whipping boys. They will continue to be our whipping boys. 3-0 Spurs. Come on, you Spurs, and we'll catch you all after the game. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.